Welcome everyone to the second episode of the Sons of New Hellas series that I'm doing here, just allowing you to see how it's going. We're going to be making some hopefully interesting and important moves. First we're going to just research the treadmill powered cranes and the trade rights grants. As you can see, Thessalonica is still building up. Dyrrachium is still, well, Dyrrachium. It's nothing important at this point. No real point of having it other than it's got a trade port and it's giving us some food. Not really a good thing for our capital, but whatever. To our south we got some Achaea or Achaea. I don't really know. All I know is that they hold the most important areas in all of Greece, such as Athens, although it's not on the map, which is annoying. Anyway, we want to go to war with them to secure our southern border for a future war with the Latins. But that is quite a long way away, so no point in really dealing with that. Nicaea has now got a regent. He hasn't got anyone to rule. And I'm just looking if I could get trade with them or Trebizond, both having regions. That's a shocker. Anyway, Trebizond definitely will not want it. I guess they just don't like having all their trade stolen. Who knows? And the Niceans, they just don't like us enough to get trade with us, I guess. But whatever. But now we cannot do anything. We're still waiting for the city to rebuild. Nikephoros' army just staying around doing nothing whatsoever. Same with Konstantinos. Whatever. We need to end our turn here because it's, well, nothing really interesting on the cards to do, so what's the point of continuing the turn? The Venetian armies move down along our coast there, so that's interesting. And we don't really see any more movement. The Bulgarians just moving their king's army over to the city and east of Skopje. And other than that, we don't see any movement. And the Republic of Genoa declared war on Sicily. Definitely going to be interesting to see who wins that. I don't think there's any point of training this army up any longer. It's going to see 11 unit army in the mystras with a garrison of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of 11 units. So altogether we would have to deal with 22 units in a fortified position. Currently we outnumber them, but we have cavalry, which is not useful in a siege assault. So we're going to wait around, not do anything for now, because, well, what should we do? And end our turn again. And the good thing with emeperors and all the other Orthodox, basically all the non-Catholic factions, is you don't have to deal with the Pope, and the Pope is really annoying because he just gives you random missions which you can either not accomplish or are just really useless, like build a church in a fully Catholic city. Because reasons, or assassinate a character that you are not at war with. And all these other things which can really get you in trouble if you don't do them, but you cannot really do them. Anyway, we need to move Konstantinos out. of the Rakium because, well, there's nothing really to do there. Nothing possible in that situation there currently. And we're going to be building the castle, which obviously of importance to us. Because that gives us the ability to get the much more elite Emperor Guard. A lot better stats, and as you can see, they've got a missile weapon. Anyway, we're going to be finishing this one off. Once again. Nothing really to do so far, because there's no one we're at war with currently. We could possibly bait out the Achaeans from their city over there. But will it be worth it? That is the question. No one does anything. The Bulgarians just send an army to suicide themselves, I guess. The Venetians just weirdly moving around our coast for an unknown reason. I don't know if this is a point to be suspicious about or not. We do get a noble birth. We're going to check it out right now. And we got Alexandros over here, which is... He might be useful in the future, but who knows. And we're just going to get our Basileus Michael doing things, whilst also making nobles less powerful. As you can see, Nicephorus has leveled up, and for that we're going to give him extra campaign movement range, and we're going to move him to the border. Not over the border, just on the border. And we're going to... I was going to get some more archers, but I accidentally clicked the button which made me end my turn. Yikes. Well, anyway, that's one fail for the 3 campaigns I'm doing at the moment. What I was going to do is get rid of the skirmishers and put in the heavy archers, and then possibly get some more Emperor Guard, depending on how much money I had left and if I could upkeep it. Anyway, finally I can get rid of those. As you can see, I am very, very stupid in this very situation. As you can see, Emperor rebels have now spawned. Maybe due to my military incompetence, or my inaction. Could be both. Let's be honest. The Venetian army just doing nothing at the very moment. Don't know why. Just sailing around, doing whatever. The Emperor pretenders just attack the Rakium and fail miserably, as you can see. Absolute fail. Right there. And we're going to ransom and release the captives because we're on no point of killing our own people, isn't there? Anyway, Theodoros has died with natural causes, which is annoying to say the least. Yeah, lost as a very, very useful character. We're just going to put everyone else in very high ranking officers, which take away all the power from them, and also increase our own dominion over everything. Anyway, what I'm now going to do finally is get rid of the skirmishers, put in the heavy archers, and spam out as much Epic Guard as is humanly possible. I'm going to be able to get some more traditions for this army, and going to get some extra points. We're now into campaign movement range. So our force is heavily weakened, we haven't got much of a front line anymore, but to get it going, we are going to attack the Principality of Achaea. I'm just checking if I could get vassalship from them, but I couldn't. Instead, I'm going to make them pay a hefty old sum for it. Trebizond, now actually with a king, is starting to improve relations with us, while Nicaea still has not got a king. This is their second regent in a while. We're just going to move this army over because we can, and soon we're going to have to get this Platea going. As you can see in the summary, August or whatever. Orthodox Christianity is going down in this area, and Catholic Christianity, for some godforsaken reason, is going up. Even though they've actually got less influence. And have also... This is awkward. What isn't you see? For some reason... Something dumb has occurred and I'm losing a bunch of my religious superiority in this area, which is not nice. Now we'll need to see if the Achaean army makes a move, because if they do, well, we are in a bit of trouble. And that is because currently we do not have an army, obviously. At least an army I think could deal with them. Now we are just awaiting some proper moves, and we do get one in the form of the Achaeans randomly attacking my lesser army. We're going to fall back with that army, and now that we see this army is kind of wedged in between our two armies, we're going to get rid of these recruiting troops, move our secondary army over, and charge headfirst into them. We're actually going to have this battle even easier because we're getting a garrison from the city. And while I would fight this, there's not really much point. And so I'm just going to cut them open. And from this, we're going to ransom and release the captives. Because why not? I'm going to move just up to the border, while our other army just goes to besiege the city for no reason whatsoever. And we begin the re-recruitment of our force. Because I definitely always wanted this to occur. We're going to build up our main city, our capital. And from there we're just going to sit and wait. Nothing currently is occurring, which is not very that good, other than that one army. The Latins seem to be moving some priests into the Bulgarian territory, but it matters not to us. Anyway, I guess we need to wait for the next move of the Achaeans. Now that they're going to raise an army, I'm going to stop that by besieging their city. And while surely I have literally no chance, this is merely a distraction until our other force actually trains up properly. But as you should see, he cannot recruit anymore. Or at least I think he shouldn't, because the city's under siege and it's impossible to recruit whilst the city's under siege. As you can see, very highly built up. Everything but that Jewish community there is actually very valuable. Of course, we'll need to actually just change a lot of these things, but in the end, it could actually turn out to be worth some coin. So looking here, and I can actually change that to a plateau. Sure. We're going to end the turn here with the siege going on. Obviously, that siege is merely to just prevent them from doing anything. The Venetians move through our lands and right up to the gates of Thessalonica, which is unnerving, but we're not at war with them. They have not declared war on us. So I believe that we are in a safe spot at this very moment. We are going into the Achaean turn, and we're going to have to see what their response to this is. And it is to attack us. We're going to retreat. But obviously we can just go at them again. We're going to do exactly what the Genoese rebels, which you might remember from my Genoa series, were doing to me. Back in the day when I was actually playing that campaign. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And Thessalonica might revolt, but currently that is none of my issue. When it comes to taxes, they can go to the very minimum. And with all these troops coming in, I think we might actually have a chance to take Achaea. Fun fact, actually, last time I played an emeperors campaign, which was before I started recording, was actually when I tried to attack the very city I'm attacking right now, Mystras, and I fought the battle and I absolutely failed. I took the city, but at such losses I couldn't move out ages later. I'm just going to offer a wife over to them and get military access and loads of cash. Currently I am in need of allies, at least before I become a great power which can absolutely thrash everyone. But we're not at that stage of the campaign yet, so we still need to wait a bit. And the Achaeans, once again, they just go out and attack us because, you know, it's just how they like to do it. They have not learnt the lesson that we're just going to go and besiege them again. As you can see, all these messages in corner once again, and we have encountered the Kingdom of Hungary. So what we can do with this Kingdom of Hungary is begin getting treaties. But currently, I just don't feel like it. I'd rather first take the Achaean territory instead. For some reason, I've got loads of money. Who would have thought I would? And from here, I'm going to be building buildings such as the Pronoiaros Palace, which I guess just means noble palace. So you know equipment. Pelagios is going to be getting some bonuses to public order through the leader trait. And now we are just one turn away from rebellion compared to what would have been before. So we might just be in luck. Who knows? As you can see, the Croatian army up in the north has left suddenly. And we have no idea where they might be. Now what I expect is it might be a civil war thing going on in Hungary if they decide to go for that option. But they might have not, and or might have been a lot different up there to when I last saw Hungarians. The Achaeans just go at it again. Once again, not realizing that this is 100% a ruse to stop them from recruiting. Although, you know, how could they think of that? Now, we can begin getting something else, such as things like the glass mosaic industry, but not really worth it for now. We'll do it anyway, because there's nothing else to do in the tech tree. We're just going to be at it again. Just attacking. We're going to build that extra battering ram so that the message doesn't come up again. Purely just due to that. And we're getting some Greek rebels up in the north. And my guess would be that they are very willing to go and attack something like Thessalonica instantly. Although, who knows? The Latin army, or a Latin army, is currently stationed in Philippopolis, or otherwise a city that will soon be ours. The Hungarians sent a priest to our land, and knowing that they are Catholic, it means he's spreading Catholicism every second he's in our lands. Anyway, as you can see, there's some elopement, and we're going to intervene. We don't want any more disloyal nobles. And now we wait for just a little bit longer, while our little army over here just keeps attacking and keeps retreating. We've got this restore the Byzantine Empire decision, which we only need to own the region of Constantinople. And that's pretty nice. We are kind of already not. We already know what's going to happen at Achaea or Achaea in their lands, in their city. They're going to push us away, and we will retreat. Here, Serbia expects us to pay for a treaty. Instead, I'm going to instantly reverse that and ask for 800 in return for them also being able to use our lands. The Croatians over here have moved an army down to the Rakium, and as far as I know, I have not given them the allowance to do so. And meanwhile, once again, well, at least I thought they would attack. I was preparing to say it. Instead, they ask for peace. But I'm not going to accept peace without trade, non-aggression, military access. And when they say no to that, we reject and they attack. We're going to have to keep doing this while our army up in the north trains up. Meanwhile, the sieging continues in this extremely hilarious fashion. And one question, what would you do if you were the Achaeans? Because as you can see, their handling of the situation is not really the greatest at this very moment. Constantly attacking us and us just retreating over and over and over again. And as you can see, the Bulgarian army gets rid of the rebels for us, and their vassal gives us military alliance in return for a little bit of money. And going to try and double that amount of money with another treaty. Now, we're going to see what the Achaeans propose this time if they decide that they are willing to peace out with us. Obviously, if they decide to peace with us, which they don't. Not really the most surprising thing that they don't, but would have been nice if they decided to. Anyway, Constantinos dies in Dyrrachium. We get a noble birth as well. I think Constantinos was another one of the family members, and he was in fact one of them. We're going to move Pelagios even further up the ranks, and looking at it, Michael does have quite a few options in terms of who should be the king after him. With Nikephoros' army, we are going to move right down and wait while we move our other army in. And apparently that's not enough, so what I'm going to do is move this army right back. And meanwhile, I might as well build myself a... Now, I'm wondering what I should build here, and I'm thinking a fountain, because that would stop any plague from occurring in this area. But, and that I do wonder. We're going to build some siege engines, and in the Dyrrachium I am going to build that fountain because it increases our public order. And also gets rid of some of the squalor issues that we are currently having all over the kingdom. Over here we're just going to wait for exactly two to 3 turns while the enemy just sits there and lets himself get starved to death. The Hungarians keep moving their priests all over the place, which is obviously pretty annoying. The Serbs want us to fight the Ayyubids, which I'm going to say no to, and the Croatians Well, Croatia is taking a bunch of attrition, which means they're either bankrupt or they are in a situation in which they are starving. A famine might have occurred. But then again, who knows? The Achaeans do nothing. They move their general out of the city, and then we learn that Nikephoros has died. And to take his job over, we're going to get Dionysios over the fight. And what we're now going to do is move down Constantinos' army to reinforce. And as you can see, apparently losing that general really shifted the tides. So now we can take the place over and have this place done with. We're going to occupy and gain some more money. We're going to upgrade everything. The thread maker is going to get destroyed, and so will the Jewish community. And this is where I'm going to leave it off. What will occur when we go to war with the Latins? Will we succeed or will we fail? Will the Achaean general do anything? Find that out in the next episode.